Happy Wednesday, everybody. So, just a reminder here, check our blog often. At this point, updates are coming by the day, by the hour, by the minute. So, check our blog when you, for any updates on when we're opening, on if we're going to be running live classes, if we're going to be running classes at our facility, if we're opening or open by now, or if we're going to be doing some parking lot workouts. There's lots of options, and we're just kind of waiting for the green light at this point. So stay on our blog daily for that stuff. Also, in case you haven't seen Monday's blog, get on that as well. We have announced a challenge that we're going to be doing. Our goal is to just get you guys kind of moving again. We almost feel like it's a nice fresh start, actually. I know a lot of you guys are doing these workouts every day, and a lot of you guys have kind of fallen off a little bit. So either way, doesn't matter. It's a nice and fresh start as we get ready to open. This challenge is going to help us set some goals, do things like that to give us some fuel to get going again and get back into routine and start fresh. So really excited about it. It's something new, but we're really excited about the launch of it. We'll pass it over to Yash for the workout.
All right, so we got a for time workout today. Reps are going down, which is always a good thing. 30, 20, 10. Right side single arm deadlift, so that just means you're going to be holding the weight with your right arm, and you can do that deadlift in between the legs, or you can go outside the feet as well, any way you like there, as long as you're following our movement standards that we'll show you guys later. Burpees over that dumbbell, you can go facing or jumping laterally, up to you, and then going back to those deadlifts again. This transition from the deadlift back to the right side deadlift is going to be a little taxing, especially keeping that movement up for a second round as well. So this is going to be a lot of hip hinging, so getting down from that burpee, standing it up, and opening those hips up from that deadlift continuously. Make sure you're breathing and you're finding that cadence. So this is going to be a tough one in the beginning, but you want to get a little bit faster each time. So 20 should be faster, 10 should be faster. I would say if you're going with the intent here, on average, I would say no longer than 12 minutes for this workout. Let's try and push, if you can, go sub 10 for this, at most 12 minutes. If you're going past 12 minutes, you went a little too heavy on your deadlifts there, or the reps might be a little too high, so that's okay. You can also decrease the reps if you find that's a better scaling option for you to keep that intensity for the workout there. So again, choose a deadlift weight. You're doing them all unbroken. I forgot to mention that. Try and do the 30 unbroken, 20 and the 10 all unbroken on those sides to keep the intent of the workout there. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to pass it over to Chris for the afterburner.
Hey guys, today we are going to be doing the saddle stretch. It's a really good one for getting into that groin and hip flexibility and mobility. So look for that later and enjoy today's workout, and we will see you for the warm-up next.
All right guys, we're here for the warm-up. We're going to start off with 60 body weight Russian twists. So you don't have to do them all unbroken. Break it up, sets of 20, sets of 30. You don't need to use any weight for this. Try and focus on really on that rotation when you're going to one side. So don't just try to reach with your arms or your hands. Try to reach with that upper body towards the direction that you're going. So you can challenge yourself by going legs straight here, or if you're new to it, keep your knees bent. But again, we're going to try and reach as much as we can to that one side, going for 60 reps. Every time you touch that side, that's going to count as one rep. So break it up if you need to. 60 reps to start off with. Then we're going to go into some single-legged deadlifts. You're going to go 15 reps per side. Use a weight here unless you're still trying to work on that balance with that single leg. You're going to grab that weight. The leg that's balancing on the floor, that's not going to be using the weight. So my right side is going to hold on to the weight. My left side is going to be doing the balancing. I'm going to hinge at the hips, send that leg straight back, and I'm going to come down as low as I can, as long as I'm keeping that back nice and flat. And I'm going to drive through that front leg to stand up. And as I'm doing that, I'm pushing my heel, pushing my full foot into the ground to really use my hamstring as I stand it up. So what it looks like again from the side, down, come up, drive hard through that leg to activate that hamstring. Once you're done that, guys, we're gonna go into some static lunges, but from a narrow stance. So I like to do these to kind of get the quads and the adductors activated. So pick a line on the floor. If you don't have a line, that's okay. See if you can keep your toes or your heels all in one straight line. You're gonna drop that knee down so that it's about a fist away from that heel, so there's some gap in between. It's gonna be a little bit of a balance act here. You're gonna try and drive that leg up and then back down again. We're gonna go for 15, the left leg forward, really trying to keep that balance by squeezing the inside of this leg and keeping that hip active on the back. Then we're gonna do the same thing on that opposite leg, opposite stance, same idea, 15 static lunges from there. Once you're done that, you're gonna grab a weight, you're gonna go into restrict presses from an active lunge position. So we're gonna keep that knee just slightly above the ground. We're gonna take a lunge forward, get into that front rack position, 15 reps on that one side. Once you're done 15 reps, switch, and you do 15 reps on that opposite side. So this is gonna challenge that core, guys, and that balance. Also, when you're doing that press, try not to rush through them. If you need to, do them in sets of 5, so that you can still also focus on that back, getting nice activation when you're overhead each time. So just one round of that, guys. Once you're done, we'll see you guys next for the workout movements.
Okay guys, for today's workout we are doing a 30-20-10 of single arm deadlifts on the right side to start, and then we're doing some burpee over our dumbbells, and then single arm deadlifts on the left side. So for that deadlift, we're gonna go with 2 options here. So normally, when we do a single arm deadlift, we like to place that item in between the feet. So your deadlift width is going to be about where you squat. You can go a little bit wider if you want to get into that sumo stance. That's totally fine as well. And what I want you guys to think about here is we're going to think about that hip hinge. So I'm going to think about pushing that hip back and then drawing my hips down after that. You can see my shin is still perpendicular to the ground. So the difference if I was squatting is my shin would be going a little bit forward. I actually want to push that hip back a little bit, get my hip up in the air a little bit, and then I'm going to hold on to my object. Pushing with the legs, opening with that hip, we're going to push that hip back, and then lower the object again with those legs. I want you guys to squeeze your butt at the top, make sure the abs are tight. Sometimes when we squeeze our butt, we tend to overarch. Let's make sure we don't do that. Also notice how my head and neck stay nice and neutral. So when I'm at the bottom of that deadlift, I'm not looking straight, I'm not looking down, but I'm kind of looking just maybe a couple feet out in front of me. I want the top of my head to my tailbone to stay in a nice and straight line. If you guys have the mobility and you find it easier or a different type of challenge perhaps, to stick to your normal deadlift position, so feet under that hip, and we're just going to keep that dumbbell or kettlebell outside the stance. It makes it a little bit trickier, but it might be a good challenge for you today to do that as long as you keep that back nice and flat. That's the most important part. When you're done that, we're going to go for some burpee over our dumbbell, or in this case a kettlebell. So for that, I'm going to give you guys the scale version, then we're going to get into the regular. For the scale version, we're just stepping down, all the way down. You can come up off your knees if you like, and then we're going to step one foot in, step the other foot in, and we can step over our object. If you want to go a little bit more challenging, a little bit more prescribed, and also this will be just a little bit quicker, which the intent of the workout today is to keep it moving at a pretty high pace. We're going to drop down till the chest hits the ground, pop the feet back in so I'm landing flat, and then jump over my object. If you are feeling courageous, you can even twist as you jump and set yourself back up again for the next rep. Enjoy the workout today, guys. Get that heart rate going. It's going to be a good one. We'll see you for the afterburner.
Okay, let's cool off here again with some stretching, a 2-minute stretch of the saddle stretch. Feel free to use an object to support you. It could be yoga blocks. I got my friend Wilson here. So I'm gonna use that to demonstrate the progression. But if you don't need that, you don't have to use it. So saddle stretch here, guys. You wanna start by first, you're upright, squeeze your butt. Notice, I don't know if you guys can see it, notice my hip, I have that tilt in my hip. I wanna tuck my pelvis in before I sit down to make sure that my hip's in a better position. From there, always double check. Can you squeeze the glute? You need to shuffle around, kind of reset your hip and pelvis position. If that feels good, now you can start working your way down. The intent in the area of focus here is to not just stretch your quads, get a little bit of hip flexor. I know for myself, if I'm not feeling too tight in that area, I actually start getting my groin a little bit as well, just because I'm squeezing my glutes the entire time. So squeeze your butt as you go down. Now, you can use that object behind you to support. Notice the difference. I'm not activating my glutes, I'm activating my glutes. That's gonna protect your low back, so squeeze your bum, keep your core tight. If this feels okay and you're looking to progress it a little further, drop down to the elbows. Okay, again, anytime you drop down in progression, you're squeezing your glutes. If that feels fine, take it to the floor, guys. Squeeze your bum, keep your core slightly active. Hang out there for 2 minutes, find that progression. Maybe you're progressing within the 2 minutes. When you come back up, guys, use those arms so it doesn't hurt your back, guys, and prop yourself back up. And 2 minutes, when you find that stretch that you like, start repeating it a little bit more throughout the week, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.